If you're a 90s girly like me, then you might remember the iconic film Fairy Tale, A True Story. As a lover of all things fae folk, I used to watch this on repeat, and one of my favourite things about it is that it was based on a true story of two little girls who lived in Cottingley, England, and they found real life fairies. In 1917, Elsie and Frances amused their parents with tales of fairies that lived down near the beck, and then later on enchanted the world with photographic evidence that was undeniable proof that the good folk were real. They had 5 photographs that would prove this. There was Frances and the fairies, Elsie and the gnome, Frances and the leaping fairy, the fairy offering, and fairies in their sunbath. Listen man, back in the day, the saying went, the camera doesn't lie. Obviously now, sometimes she lies, but like back then in 1917, if you seen a picture of something, it was pretty solid proof that it was real. This picture blew up in metaphysical spheres with the help of Arthur Conan Doyle. You know, like the guy who like invented Sherlock. If there's one thing to know about him, is that he loves weird and witchy shit. If I had a nickel for every time that I had done a YouTube video on strange goings on and Arthur Conan Doyle was involved, like, I mean, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Anyway, there was 2 camps of people. There was people who, I'd definitely be in the camp of people who like really fucked with the photos and was like, okay, let's question this no further. This is evidence that magic exists. And then there were the loser haters who were like, I don't know man, seems fake. And it wasn't until 1983, so 66 years after the photos were taken, that Elsie and Frances confessed that they had indeed faked the photos and that they had cut out pictures of fairies from books and propped them up using hairpins and then used the camera to let the light kind of do whatever like light does. Professional photographers, hit me up. They says that they never intended for it to get so big. It just kind of snowballed and there didn't seem really like an appropriate moment to be like, actually guys. But they did both say that although the photos were fake, they actually did see fairies. They just couldn't actually get a photo of them. And then later on they said that all of the photos were fake except from fairies in their sunbath that actually was a real photo. But they both went to their grave swearing that the Cottingley fairies were 100% real. What do you think? Elaborate hoax or real life fairy tale?